Kindly, Wamboy, give us your verb, which we are going to use now.
Danser.
Danser. The verb is danser. What does danser means en anglais?
To dance.
Yes, to dance. Do you know how to conjugate the verb danser from the first person? How do you say, for example, je?
Je danse.
Yes, always know that because of an, we pronounce like on, so you say je danse, je danse. And je danse means I dance. Or what about our tu?
To dance.
Très bien, tu danses, you dance, that is good. Il, elle, on.
Il dance or elle dance.
Yeah, très bien. In fact, it's very, very easy to conjugate regular verb because ER, as we shall see later, belongs to a group of E or regular verbs, and we call them regular verb because they follow a certain pattern, which we are going to see. That the first person will have an E, or the second person will have an ES, the third person will have an E, and we shall see. They normally come with a repeated pattern. That's why we call them regular verb because they are predictable. Let's go now to nous. Kindly give us nous, Wamboy.
Nous dansons.
Nous dansons. Très bien. Remember, we always read it like don. Nous dansons. So nous dansons means we dance. We dance. Okay, good. Go on to vous.
Vous dansez.
Très bien. Vous dansez. Vous dansez. That means you dance. But now in a polite or a formal form, vous dansez. On the last one, il and elle.
Il or elle dansent.
Good. Il or elle danse. Très bien. Now we are going to read this verb through, then we give it some meat. So let us read it together. Wamboy, je danse.
Je danse.
Tu danses.
Tu danses.
Il danse.
Il danse.
Elle danse.
Elle danse.
On danse.
On danse.
Nous dansons.
Nous dansons.
Vous dansez.
Vous dansez.
Il danse.
Il danse.
Elle danse.
Elle danse.
Très bien. Now, as I had said earlier, that danser belongs to ER verbs or regular verbs. So you can see that after the root verb, so the other persons they have some endings. When you have an ER verb, you always, from your right hand, you drop the RE. What remains after you drop the RE, we call that the body or the stem of the verb. And what is dropped, we call that the radical of the verb. Now, it is now to the stem that remains behind. You fix the endings as we have seen. The E, that's the first one. Then second person, we put the ES. Then that person, we put an E. Then first person plural, we put O and S. Or second person plural, we put EZ. And the last person, we put E and T. Très bien. That is why we say that regular verbs are predictable, because no matter how long or short the verb is, that is always the procedure. Are we together, everyone?
Yes. We.
Yes, and this is with the exception of the verb aller. All the other ER verbs in French, the entire French language will agree to what I have said, with the exception of the verb aller, because aller is quite an irregular verb. Now, for example, you want to say, I'm dancing tonight. Je danse ce soir. Je danse ce soir. I want Nancy to help us to say, or you are dancing with Peter. Tu danses with Peter.
Tu danses avec Pierre.
Très bien. Tu danses avec Pierre. Tu danses avec Pierre. Now, Berry tells us that he is dancing with Sophie. He is dancing with Sophie. Il danse with Sophie. Beryl.
Il danse avec Sophie.
Très bien. Il danse avec Sophie. We can still say elle danse avec Sophie or on danse avec Sophie. Now let's go to nous. In this one, I wanted to say we are dancing together. The word is ensemble. Ensemble. Ensemble means together. That means we are dancing together. So I want us to read the sentence together. Nous dansons ensemble. Can you say that?
Nous dansons ensemble.
Yeah, très bien. Nous dansons ensemble. Now let us say that you are dancing alone. That's very sad. Who can guess the word for alone? It's an adjective. Oh, yeah, that is seulement comes from that word because seulement is an adverb. Très bien. Vous dansez seul. Can we say vous dansez seul?
Vous
Tu danses
seul.
Yeah, we may say that vous dansez seul, you are dancing alone. Now, the way this soul is feminine. If you drop the E, it becomes masculine. Vous dansez seul. Okay, you are dancing alone. Then they are dancing nicely or they are dancing well. Ils dansent, how do we say well? They are dancing well.
très bien.
Très bien.
So bien is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or well. So you can say, and well is actually is an adverb. It's an adverb describing the verb to dance well. So ils dansent bien. Can we say all of us, ils dansent bien?
Il danse
bien.
Elle danse bien.
Elle danse bien.
danse bien.
And we can have another word that is mal. That they are singing, they are dancing badly. Très bien. Il danse mal. Can we say il danse mal?
Il danse
Il
mal.
danse mal.
Il danse mal. Okay, now let us read the whole verb together as it is now. Je danse ce soir. Répète tout le monde.
Je danse ce
Je
soir.
danse ce soir.
Très bien. Tu danses avec Pierre.
Danse
Tu
avec
danses avec Pierre.
Pierre.
Il, elle, on danse avec Sophie.
Il, elle,
on danse avec Sophie.
Nous dansons ensemble.
Nous dansons ensemble.
Vous dansez seul.
vous dansez seul.
Il danse mal.
Il danse mal.
Elle danse bien.
Elle danse
bien.
And I may also add something else in regard to ER verbs. That the first three persons, that is je, tu, il, yeah, exactement, and the last person, that person plural, they have the same pronunciation. So for example, you just say dons, 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 and dons. All of them have the same pronunciation. It's only nous and vous that are different. Otherwise, the rest have the same pronunciation. Because you say you don't, because you don't pronounce the S of tu, il danse, it is just like je. Then il danse, the last one, because we don't pronounce the NT. That's why they have the same pronunciation.